Hey, testing, 1, 2, 3. I just got a new mic, so I'm making sure it works. Yeah. So, if you read the title, you know that this is going to be pretty much my take on Iron Lung. Not that anybody's going to care because nobody knows about my YouTube channel, but, you know, someone watches it, who gives a shit? So basically, I just want to go over my thoughts of the movie, my ideas about, what it was about, because if you've seen it, spoiler alert, by the way, if you've seen it, you know it's confusing as absolute shit, so, yeah. It's a very artsy movie, in my opinion, and I think Markiplier did an amazing job. Huge respect towards him for doing it with such a small budget. Bro made, so far, I think 7 times what he spent on it, so it's definitely a success, and he totally deserved it. It's very well written. So in terms of just my review of the movie, it's amazing. It constantly makes and I am kind of quoting someone else here, but I very much agree with them when I say that it makes a small area that you're in for most of the movie, like the submarine, feel fresh and new every, 5 minutes, and it never gets stale, just being in that environment. So, yeah, I really think that he did a great job writing, and especially with camera-wise and shots, it's amazing, and, well, really, he picked a really good concept for the movie to be, honestly. There's so many ideas that you can, and, concepts that you can get out of being stuck in a tiny submarine, from just claustrophobia to, fear of the unknown with what's out there in the blood ocean. So, yeah, that's just my general review of it. Anyway, now let's get into, some of my theories, or, what I actually, think was going on in the movie, because it is weird as all hell. So, the weird voice that was talking to him over the microphone, if y'all remember, if you've seen it, even though, the, radio was, the wire was broken, and there was absolutely no way that he should be able to hear them, obviously, that was the monster. I feel like that becomes, a very obvious idea or choice of, what you choose to believe is going on, especially considering that you hear other voices of people that have been down there talking, and it's they're the voice of the monster, if that kind of makes sense. It's using, dead people's voices and talking to Mark through the speaker. Especially when it's taunting him about, did your mother only ever teach you violence and stuff like that. It's kind of going in, it's... if you've ever seen a movie, or, read the Bible where there's an interpretation of the devil, it really reminds me of that, the way that the creature was talking to him, belittling him, telling him he's nothing. So, I gotta say, in that regard, the closest thing I can kind of compare this movie to is, frickin' Event Horizon. There's a scientific explanation for hell. Now, whether the Quiet Rapture was really the actual biblical rapture or not can be debated till the cows come home. But I really do think that this monster was supposed to be some type of otherworldly monster. I already said it's a monster, but you get it. It's some kind of otherworldly thing. So, with that are you freaking kidding? Yeah, I'm playing this as I'm talking. With that being said, I think it's sorta also kind of inspired by, Lovecraftian stuff. Like the Cthulhu, for instance. There's this one shot in the movie, around halfway through. I don't know if y'all have to, go back and watch it yourselves to see it, because I can't show footage of it, because, I don't know. If I can show footage, it's gonna be right here. Is there footage there? I don't know. So, anyway, if y'all saw it, then y'all know that... Oh, it's cool. Y'all know that, that looks a lot like the Cthulhu, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's literally supposed to be a movie, about the Cthulhu. I don't think that's what caused the Quiet Rapture. I don't think that it's ripping off H.P. Lovecraft in any way, shape, or form. I honestly just think that, the whole thing with the movie was honestly just I think whatever the monster was did cause the quiet rapture. I think that's fairly obvious. And the data that he was trying to get via the black box in the sunken submarine, whatever that data was, I'm pretty dang sure that it was supposed to be data on what that thing actually is. And, like, the scientific explanation for the monster. Like, what it's actually supposed to be, what the whole movie is about. I think the answer was all in there the whole time. And based on that final shot of the black box and the frickin' life jacket surfacing the blood ocean and a light being shown on it, I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be an implied happy ending to the story. Or at least some type of conclusion to the chaos further down the road in the universe that we don't get to see in the runtime of the movie. So, that's kind of my idea. I think the monster is... I think the reason that we don't get an answer for what the monster really was is because I think the whole point of it was that it was supposed to be like the Cthulhu, or like literal Satan, where it's unknowable, it's beyond human comprehension. You can't understand it. Now, whatever the light at the bottom of the ocean was that the monster kept referencing, I have no idea. Maybe that's the gates to hell, maybe that's the gates to heaven. It sounds more like the gates to heaven to me with it being light. Or it's just a portal to another dimension, i.e. frickin' Event Horizon, where scientific explanation for heaven and hell. So, I really think that... I really think that, the whole movie was just really resting on the idea that you can't comprehend what the monster was, and that's the point, is that you can't comprehend what it is. It's uncomprehendable, it's beyond human. There's nothing rational that can possibly explain it. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents about it. Y'all have different ideas in the comments, or if anybody's even going to comment on this video. I would really like to hear it, because I haven't really seen anything else, or heard anybody else talk about their thoughts on what the movie is. I still need to get around to watching that game theory video. Not game theory, film theory. Ignore my obvious lack of understanding of the way that YouTube works. But yeah, I just generally think that... Dude, I suck at pen words. But yeah, I just think that it's a really good movie. Mark did a great job. I'm real proud of him. Y'all have already probably heard this from a trillion other people, but it's good. If you haven't seen it, I don't think it's still in theaters. I don't know if it's even still in theaters, but yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.